Brain science and desire. The neuroscience of attraction when the Moon and Venus harmonize. Love on the brain. Sparks fly as the Moon and Venus harmonize. But instead of just looking at the stars, let's dive into the brain. What really happens inside our minds and bodies when attraction and desire light up? Have you ever noticed that when someone catches your eye, your heart races, your palms get a little sweaty, or you suddenly feel more alert? That's not magic, it's your brain chemistry kicking in. Sometimes, you feel an instant connection with someone, like you just click. That's your brain's limbic system and mirror neurons working together to sync emotions and build rapport. Even small gestures, a smile, a compliment, or a shared laugh, can trigger subtle chemical reactions, making you feel closer to someone without even realizing it. Tonight, we're exploring how hormones, brain regions, and psychology create these sparks of attraction, how the science behind desire can explain what we all feel in those magical, starry moments. Attraction and brain chemistry. When we talk about sex appeal or romantic sparks, we're really talking about neurochemistry. The first player is dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. It floods your system when you feel desire or anticipate pleasure, giving you that rush of excitement. Then comes oxytocin, often called the love hormone. It deepens emotional bonds, increases trust, and makes intimacy feel safe and rewarding. Ever noticed the butterflies in your stomach or that giddy excitement when you see someone you're attracted to? That's dopamine in action. Think about times when a simple hug or a meaningful conversation makes you feel instantly closer to someone. That's oxytocin strengthening the bond. Even laughing together, sharing a secret, or just holding hands can subtly trigger these chemicals, which explains why small moments often feel so intense in romance. So, the sparks you feel aren't just in your imagination, they're very real chemical reactions happening inside your brain, shaping how you experience attraction, desire, and intimacy. The brain regions of love. Different parts of your brain get activated in moments of attraction. The hypothalamus regulates hormones and sparks arousal. The amygdala processes emotion, fueling passion and desire. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, which usually helps with rational thinking, becomes less active when we're in love, explaining why people sometimes call it love blindness. Ever found yourself acting a little impulsively around someone you're attracted to, saying things you wouldn't normally say or taking risks you usually avoid? That's your prefrontal cortex taking a backseat. Notice how your heart races or your emotions feel amplified when you see or think about someone special. That's your hypothalamus and amygdala at work. Even subtle things, like feeling more sensitive to their words or laughter, can be traced back to these brain regions lighting up, showing just how physical attraction really is. In short, love isn't just a feeling, it's a complex brain network creating every flutter, rush, and spark we experience in attraction. The role of hormones in sex appeal. Beyond dopamine and oxytocin, there's also serotonin, which influences mood and obsession, and testosterone and estrogen, which drive sexual attraction. Together, these chemicals don't just shape how we feel about others, they shape how others feel about us. Your confidence, body language, even the way you speak can subtly shift as your brain responds to these hormones. Have you noticed that when you feel confident, you suddenly become more attractive to others? That's your hormones boosting your natural charm. Even small changes, like standing taller, speaking more clearly, or making more eye contact, can make a big difference in how people respond to you. Sometimes you find yourself thinking about someone constantly or feeling obsessed over them. That's serotonin and other brain chemicals influencing both your mood and your focus. In essence, Attraction isn't just about looks or words, it's a biochemical dance that subtly shapes every interaction and how your presence is perceived by others. Psychology of attraction. Psychologically, attraction isn't random, it's shaped by both biology and environment. For example, making eye contact can synchronize neural activity between two people. Touch triggers oxytocin release, building trust. Even simple acts like smiling or mirroring someone's posture create unconscious signals of connection. These subtle cues amplify the chemistry already at work in your brain. Have you ever locked eyes with someone and felt an instant spark or connection? That's your brain's neural activity syncing in real time. Even a light touch, like a hand on the shoulder, can make you feel closer to someone than words ever could. That's oxytocin at work. Noticing that smiling back at someone or subtly mirroring their gestures seems to make interactions flow more smoothly. These unconscious cues are your brain amplifying attraction and connection. The science shows that attraction isn't just a feeling, it's a combination of subtle cues, chemistry, and brain responses working together to create meaningful connections. Harnessing the science in daily life. Want to make the most of this brain chemistry? Boost dopamine by doing things that excite you, exercise, music, or even laughter. Strengthen bonds with oxytocin through meaningful conversation or physical closeness. And remember, confidence isn't just a mindset, it's a neurochemical signal that makes your sex appeal shine. We've noticed that when we're genuinely excited about something, like dancing, singing along to a favorite song, or trying a new hobby, it instantly lifts our mood and makes us feel more magnetic to others. Simple moments, like sharing a deep conversation or a warm hug, can make connections feel stronger and more meaningful almost immediately. Even standing tall, making eye contact, or smiling more naturally can shift how people perceive you. Your brain chemistry is broadcasting confidence without a single word. By paying attention to these small, everyday actions, you can harness your natural brain chemistry to feel more attractive, connected, and in tune with those around you. So while the Moon and Venus might set the stage, the real sparks of attraction are happening in your brain. Love, desire, and connection are built on a beautiful symphony of hormones and brain regions working together. That's the true science of love on the brain. We've noticed that the most intense connections often feel effortless. Just a smile, a touch, or shared laughter can make your heart race and emotions soar. That's your brain chemistry in action. Even moments that seem small, like lingering eye contact or an unexpected compliment, can trigger real biological responses that deepen attraction. Ultimately, love isn't just something you feel, it's something your brain creates, moment by moment, through hormones, neural activity, and subtle psychological cues. If you felt the magic of these insights, remember, your own brain is already wired for connection. Notice it, enjoy it, and let it guide your moments of attraction and intimacy. If you enjoyed exploring the neuroscience of attraction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Join us next time for more insights into the science behind human connection.